What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Why Would You Do That? I'm your host, Massive Hater, aka Weaver Beats. So many of you may have seen these beat sales before if you ever tried to sell beats or if you ever tried to buy beats, where someone is like, buy one, get 20 for free. Now, this is a bit of an exaggeration, although I'm sure you probably could find this deal somewhere on the internet. But while I was doing my research for this video, I found some that were as high as buy one, get 9 for free. Yeah, I'm not joking. So it may be a bit of hyperbole for comedic purposes, but it really paints the picture of what's going on here pretty well, I feel like. I mean, they may also be trying to do things like sell 10 beats for $5, maybe $5 each a beat, which I guess is a little more understandable, but still kind of insanely cheap. Now, it's worth mentioning that when I'm saying these sort of deals, I'm not talking about buy one, get one free. That's a great level of sale, in my opinion. Now, it's definitely more common for me to see deals such as buy one, get 5 for free, which is still ridiculous, but maybe not as ridiculous. So anyone with a functioning brain at this point is probably like, there must be a catch, right? Yeah, obviously. So in this video, I'm going to be picking apart the reasons why they're so cheap. Should you do this for yourself? Etc. Now, usually with these sort of deals, you're buying the lowest form of license in MP3, and it's also a limited license as well, which is not that uncommon. But to make it worse, from what I've seen, a lot of these beats at this level are not the highest quality. For some of the ones I found, the drums were really weak. I don't really want to put these people on blast because they probably have like next to no following if they're doing these sort of techniques, but I may show a few clips here and there just to prove that this is a real thing. But the sound quality may also not be that great. These are the sort of beats that some people may deem as throwaway beats. I'm going to mention a few other things I noticed while browsing through these insane sale type beats. These issues are not exclusive to these sorts of beats though. I've also seen some of these issues in expensive beats too, but they definitely seem more prevalent in insane deal type beats. So the first thing I noticed is they're very limited in terms of licensing, but that seems pretty common with all beats that you buy, at least at the lowest license tier. It's worth noting that you can only get 50,000 online streams out of this license here, and 50,000 Spotify streams is only $200, and the lease is $40. You can obviously buy an unlimited license, but it's just interesting that this lease will take up 1/5 of what you would make off of it. Now, one thing I've noticed is the trackouts and exclusives are far more expensive. Obviously, they are meant to cost more, but my point is they don't seem to be as liberal with the sales and the higher tiers, or not usually. And I believe it's because they just want to get your foot in the door, you know, kind of the Waves Audio tactic. Sometimes they have the same deals, often they do not though. Sometimes the deal even scales up when you do the higher tiers though. For instance, I saw this one that was buy one, get 9 free, which is insane to me because that's a lot more work. These beats may have uncleared samples, but I've seen people charge expensive prices for uncleared samples too as well. Definitely a warning sign here if you're a large vocalist, because I mean, you probably don't really have to worry too much about an uncleared sample if you are a very amateur vocalist, not getting a lot of streams, but if you're a very large vocalist that's going to be played on the radio, if you're like a Billboard Top 40 artist, then yeah, you might want to be a little concerned about these sort of beats. They may even have halftime on the outro. Yeah, I know. Disgusting. They may even be mixed and mastered poorly, or not at all. Because it begs the question, how would you have time to mix and master the beat as well if you're charging $5 for it? Exactly. It's possible that some of them may be straight up stolen too. Now, I did not come across this in my adventure looking through these really cheap beats, but I would bet some sort of organ of mine that there are stolen beats being sold at these insanely low prices. I mean, I'm sure there's people in the comments that are going to say, that's not happening. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet now. You're telling me you don't think there's people stealing beats and selling them at low prices to try to get rid of them as soon as possible? Yeah, exactly. Now, the next question is, why do people do this? If I had to guess, it's due to desperation, trying to get out there doing what you love to do, or someone who just started and they're just trying to get their name out the door as fast as possible by any means necessary. Who knows? Maybe it's just a kink and they get off selling their beats really cheap. And I feel like the sale is playing on people's fear of missing out. There's no real criticism of that. I mean, there's no problem with sales per se. Although, again, these may be the sort of tactics where they're on sale 24/7. But I mean, who's really going to like police a beat store? Personally, I don't think a lot of experienced vocalists are going to be going for these sort of deals because if they see a beat they like, they'll pay a lot more money than $5 for it. Unless they're a broke boy. Not everyone may know this, but not only do I do beats, but I also do vocals too. I've actually been working on an album that's coming soon. Self-plug moment. That's not the name of it. I'm just self-plugging right now. But anyways, I'm not sure how other vocalists do it, but generally what I will do is download a free copy of it or rip the beat, and I will see if I can make the song that I was thinking of making to it. And then if I'm happy with the song enough to release it, then I will buy the beat. That's usually the order of things for me. Now, I'm sure a lot of vocalists follow the same process here, and I'm sure some other vocalists don't, and they just buy the beat. Every time I've done this in the past, though, I was not happy with what I ended up doing to it. So that's why I've generally gone the other route. If I had to guess, most of these beats that are given out through these free deals go to waste anyways, because that's kind of a lot of beats to be choosing for free. Maybe that could be the motivation for people making these deals as well too. I honestly don't really know. I doubt there's that much forethought put into it. Now, does this apply to other things? Yes, I've seen people employ these tactics on all sorts of audio services, pretty much any sort of service where there's no tangible product other than something that's digital. I've seen people sell mixing and mastering at absurd prices. They generally don't do the buy one get 20 free thing though, because you would just be working forever for free, I feel like. For instance, I've seen people offering $20 mixing, which is insane to me, especially if it's a really large track. There's no way that can't take less than 2 or 3 hours, right? I'm guessing why this works for selling beats is because you could sell the same beat over and over and over. Or if you give away 10 beats for free one time, you could still sell those beats in the future. But I'm sure this sort of tactic expands outside the audio world as well. But yeah, there's definitely a huge difference between being affordable and disturbingly cheap. I would say what we're talking about here today falls more under disturbingly cheap. Now, if you're a music producer and you're thinking about doing these sort of tactics, I would say you probably shouldn't do it, but make your own choices, obviously. But I feel like it really devalues your product as well as the people's perception of your product. I also feel like people selling beats at this price also waters down the entire craft as well too, and the way people perceive it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing sales, but it's kind of insane to just be handing out an entire album to people for the price of one beat. Buy two, get one free is cool. Buy one, get one free is cool. I mean, I get that deal all the time buying ice cream. No problems with it. If I was buying ice cream and it was buy one, get 20 free, I would think there was definitely something wrong with it, and this ice cream is going to kill me. Pretty much every success story I've seen of people selling beats did not include giving away a large quantity of beats every time they sold a beat. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not possible to be successful doing that, just every time I've seen it in the past, that was not how it went down. They usually make really good beats. They have like a YouTube channel or something to promote it, or they're in contact with the right people, or they're making loops and sending them to the right people, etc. It's definitely more about strategy and quality, in my opinion. Not that I'm like the most successful beat seller of all time. I've sold a few beats in my days. I don't sell as many these days. That's all right. Not really something I aspire to do. In my opinion, people will pay for a beat that they really like for vocals if it's affordable. Or even if it's not as affordable, they might pay for it if it's really good. So there's no reason to be selling them at these prices, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. What is your guys' opinion on this? Do you think the buy one, get 20 or buy one, get 9 or whatever you want to say it is? I think buy one, get 20 is a lot funnier. Do you think that is watering down the craft? Do you think it's ridiculous? What do you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments. I mean, because I think they will pay the least price of like $50+ if they really like the beat, in my opinion. If they think they can make a hit song with it, they will definitely pay that price, unless they're a broke boy. So those are the types of customers you don't want. Anyways, I'm your host, Broke Boy. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to check out my other videos if you haven't. Like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 20,000 by the end of the year. We are well on our way. I've gained 2,000 in the past month, which is insane to me. Thank you for the support, by the way, guys. That's crazy. I think the algorithm finally decided to let me on board. No longer do I need to shout, "Let me in." If you want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon. I'm giving out exclusive content on there, usually like reaction videos to other people's videos, an exclusive kit once a month, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll premiere a new video on there. Check out my affiliate links down in the description. Also, if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bang Incorporated.